teachers, friends, families, and younger ones. Shubho Shaptami to you all. I am Subarna, and it is my pleasure to thank you all for your attendance and support. Indrani Datta Dance and team are proud to be part of the cultural celebrations at Camden, London Durga Puja. This year, the Indrani Datta Dance team are presenting their newly created show, Colours of Kolkata, based on the rich heritage of a beloved city which has witnessed centuries of change. Under the guidance of Indrani Datta, each student has researched and created their individual pieces, which now come together as Colours of Kolkata. Through devising new productions, we develop the collective and the individual voices and artistic talents of the performers. I hope you will enjoy the show and see how the repertoire of North Indian classical Kathak, Rabindranath Tagore, and brand new spoken word poetry has been blended together to bring you a new experience. Our multi-generational performance and technical teams work together to create a whole, complete piece. And before we begin, we would like to convey our heartfelt thanks. London Camden Durga Puja Committee, Guru Shashwati Sen for her immense Kathak teachings, Guru Shikha Khare for her Kathak music, Anirban Bhattacharya for his vocals, Aniruddha Mukherjee for his tal and laya guidance, Kosta Bagchi for his vocal guidance, Shanta Rao of Annapurna Dance for her mentoring, Dr. Ananda Gupta for his constant support, Anjali and Sunbin Sanyal for their warm camaraderie, and all the parents and friends supporting Indrani Datta Dance. Over to you.
Thank you. Look, my palanquin has left. Nawab Wajid Ali Shah's own words are drifting across the lands, and they carry their message of the Nawab's beloved home in Lucknow and the painful separation he had to endure when he was exiled to Kolkata. Salam, Nawab. If only he could remember all that he created. He was not always a caged bird, exiled to Bengal by the British East India Company, first to the Barikana, then to Fort William, and finally to Metia Brooks on the outskirts of Calcutta. Once, he was the beloved Nawab of Oudh, the queen of all provinces of India. Let me remind you of the poet-ruler whose lyrics poured like golden honey into the unsuspecting courtesan's soul. From the temples to the palace grounds, Kathakars like me found their way to his Kaisarwad in Oudh. Here we found our place, our simple form of Kathak under the Nawab's aesthetic vision, found a grandeur, an elegance never known before. When the Nawab wrote and performed his ghazals and tumris about forbidden love, denied love, waiting love, they would melt our hearts. Guru Thakur Prasadji's voice would fill the royal courtyards. The Kalkabindabin brothers would be dancing with divine grace. Once, in his musical fervour, the Nawab leapt up off the throne to play the tabla. Tarikita, 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 taka tarikita, taka tarikita, taka dilanga, thumma kita, channa, taka, tarikita, taka tarikita, taka dilanga, tanna, tatte, taka tarikita, taka dilanga, tanna, tatte, taka tarikita, taka dilanga, tanna, tatte. The Nawab's touch of artistry reached every corner of palace life. While we would feed the moon-white messenger pigeons in the Nawab Khana, we would smell the delicious aromas wafting up from the palace kitchens. The Nawab had commissioned the chefs to create the most delectable biryani. The famous Awadh biryani experienced a transformation into a delicious Kolkata biryani, a regional sensation. What was the difference between the two? Well, it was the revelatory potato. No one could resist this royal treat. Never mind the Kolkata version. This meat, always a Nawab, despite his defeat. Ah, my dearest Nawab, your love of words, music, pleasure filled our lives into a magical haze of creativity and togetherness. At the Badshah Manzil, your private room, magical poems and tunris would bloom. Many a moonlit night, the heartfelt, eloquent line, the only destination in sight. Your dreams penned on thousands of pages. These words will survive beyond the ages. The Nawab may have gone, but his words, his poetry, his tunris, his aromas, the palace gardens and its cuisine, they all remain.
I can't believe I'm standing on the banks of the Ganges when I found those family biryani recipes apparently inspired Nawab Wajid Ali Shah's palace kitchen. There was no stopping it. I had to look at that as delight for myself.
Welcome, young traveller, on your first come to the right place. Let yourself be transported in time and space. Step onto my boat and let's begin. are where the billowing sails of outward guards brought and took worldly treasures, all in the name of business. Time and tide waits for no man.
1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 6 7.
Ah, the day's deals are done.
I didn't realize business is so important to the city of Kolkata.
Oh yes, Kolkata is the ultimate city of business. Even before 1690, the Portuguese, Armenians, Danes, Dutch and French were already settled in Kolkata for trading. Then in 1690, employed by the British Empire, Governor Charnock landed in society North Kolkata. This was a place where cloth was woven and sold.
That all sounds like a long time ago. Looking at Kolkata now, I can't really think back to those days.
Perhaps, but to those who live in this city, it is like yesterday. Look closer and listen. The sound is there.
Digga 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 hey, that hey, that hey, that ho. Digga 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 hey, that hey, that ho. Digga da, digga da, digga 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 da, digga da, ho. Digga da, digga da, digga 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 da, digga da, da hey, that ho. Digga digga da, hey, that ho. Digga digga da, hey, that ho.
Ya, Shu, Da, the Bantu, Nu. Deepto lies to the north, Replica lies to the south. Indranil, the village nestled like a pearl between the Hooghly River and the marshes. This is where the weavers and their wives made a new home after leaving Shaptagram, where River Saraswati had stopped flowing. Ta, hey, ta, ah, hey, ta, hey, ta, hey, ta, hey, ta, hey, ta, ta. Chowdhury's fate changed on a summer's day in 1690. Commissioned by the East India Company, London-born administrator Joe Charnock sailed to Chowdhury to set up headquarters for trade. He saw great opportunity in Chowdhury and soon after bought the land rights to Govindapur, Chowdhury and Calicut. A utopia for brave adventurers, a treasure hunt for map makers, ready and present in the name of profit and empire, armed by administration and official attire. Utopia for brave adventurers, a treasure hunt for map makers, ready and present in the name of profit and empire, armed by administration and official attire. Rudyard Kipling, many years later, paints the image of the city of Kolkata. Thus the midday halt of Charnock, more's the pity grew a city, as the fungus sprouts chaotic, from its bed, so it spread, chance erected, laid and built on the silt, palace by a hovel, poverty and pride, side by side. Chowdhury and the surrounding area became so valuable that the company renamed it to Calcutta and added considerable fortifications. This demonstration of control angered the ruling Nawab of Bengal, Siraj-ud-Dullah, who decided to fight for control and oust the company. In summer 1757, 150 kilometers north from Calcutta, on the Bhagirathi-Hooghly River, the blood-drenched Battle of Alaska took place. This gave the British East India Company their decisive victory over the ruling Nawab and his French allies. Today, almost 266 years later, standing on the bank of the Hooghly, the crowns of the company's mighty gunners and the vessels of its billowing sails have all vanished into the pages of history. Walk south from Shudanoti till you reach Galiphat. There you'll find the mother waiting for you. She has not left, the all-forgiving, boundless, beloved mother. Oh, mother, you're the land of the thread that warms me against the gust. You're the land of the sacred vermilion that brings hope and trust. You're the land of bloodshed where oppression and freedom meet. You're the land of the red hibiscus waiting to drop at your feet. Amar mayer paye joba hoye utna phute mon. Amar mayer paye joba hoye utna phute mon. Tar gandho na thak, o tar gandho na thak jaache she noy re bhua bhuron. Gandho na thak jaache she noy re bhua bhuron. Mayer paye joba hoye utna phute mon. Amar mayer paye joba hoye utna phute mon.
This is Malikgarh, where the city's fresh flowers are sold. I miss the mornings at Malikgarh, where the scent of flowers make me forget the moment. Lotuses, roses, marigolds, hibiscus, jasmine, raveling in the wind and playing with the waves. They're free, the flowers, the birds, the water. Each god has its own story and vibration. I love all their special names. Jagannath Ghat, drum-shaped roof, pools in the morning restless of Armenian Ghats. Weathered hills dig into the earth, the pounding beat starts.
Pum, 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 puma, dita, puma, dita, pum, 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 puma, dita, puma, dita, pum, pum, 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 puma, dita, pum, puma, dita, taka, puma, dita, puma, dita, ta, puma, dita, taka, puma, dita, puma, puma, dita, puma, dita, ta, ta, puma, dita, puma, dita, ta, ta, puma, dita, puma, dita, ta, 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 puma, dita, taka, puma, dita, puma, dita, ta, puma, dita, taka, puma, dita, puma, dita, puma, dita, puma, dita, ta, ta, puma, dita, puma, dita, ta, ta, puma, dita, puma, dita, ta, 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 puma, dita, taka, puma, dita, ta, puma, dita, ta, puma, dita, taka, puma, dita, puma, dita, puma, dita, puma, dita, ta, ta, puma, dita, puma, dita, ta, ta, puma, dita, puma, dita, ta, ta.
Tremendous! I am speechless.
Oh, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's stop for a break. A short walk from Malikgarh is Chakravorty, the seat of the family. There's a very interesting talk happening there today. It's about Tagore's travels in Italy. I'll wait while you follow the crowd and let's see what's happening at Chakravorty.
Wonderful! Italy! How exciting! I had no idea about Tagore's experience there. I will walk the short distance to Chakravorty and be back there in a little while.
The stories from that house always come with songs. Ah, those soulful songs.
Akash Kora, Urjo Tara, Vishwa Parapran, Tahari Majkare,
contrast. Life is built on contrast. Home or abroad, thought or action, clarity or cloud. Gurudev, my teacher, had travelled to Italy in 1925. Alas, ill health dictated the shortness of his stay that year. To make amends, in 1926, he returned again to reconnect with the beautiful land of the cypress tree. It made me wonder if his own words came back upon his return to Italy. I thought that my voyage had come to its end at the last limit of my power, that the path before me was closed, that provisions were exhausted, and the time come to take shelter in a silent obscurity. Credevo che il mio viaggio fosse giunto alla fine, all'estrema delle mie forze, che la via davanti a me fosse sbarrata, che le provviste fossero finite e fosse giunta l'ora di trarmi nel silenzio e nell'oscurità. But I find that there will no end, and when old words die out on the tongue, new melodies break forth from the heart, and where the old tracks are lost, new countries revealed with its wonders. Political intrigue was in wait for me, a hidden plan of fascist sentiments to be masked to the world by using Gurudev's humanist message. His words, his mission stolen for another, oh so utterly in contrast. Was this the price of his trust, or was this the price of fame? Addressing the Leonardo da Vinci Society, Rabindranath Tagore said, "Until my 50th year, I had lived in comparative obscurity. I had my solitude on the banks of the rivers of Bengal, on the wide stretches of the Ganges, in the nooks and crannies of our quiet villages. I had no desire for fame. I find it a burden. Yet it gives me the opportunity of meeting you and making friends with you. I feel honored by your teaching. I feel glad, for through me you have also honored my motherland."
Ocean calling, Tihiloli, Your Heart, Umondole, Narile Moratonai, Bechitarta, Pishtoi, Daija.
Is it beyond thee to be glad with the gladness of this rhythm, to be tossed, lost and broken in this world of fearful joy? All things rush on, they stop not, they look not behind, no power can hold them back, they rush on, keeping steps with the restless rapid music. Seasons come dancing and pass away colors, hues and perfumes pour in endless cascades in the abounding joy that scatters and gives up and dies every moment.
Hashi, hashi, apelechi, Onir pathe jete, Tore nang chomokye, Otheche mon beke, Uriye ache anonde gan, gan peteche, Yok peteche, Dhararuki, pran peteche, Janar mahe ajare,
quickly. Did you enjoy the tour?
Oh yes, very much. Don't have an eventful time in Italy. I bought a petite class with a memento for a race to get back here. Where to next?
We will now head to Dakshineshwar Ghat. This is an entrance point to the majestic Dakshineshwar Kali temple. Did you know there are so many interesting stories about this temple? In 1847, Rani Roshmani was planning to take several vows on a pilgrimage. She wanted to go to the holy city of Benares and to pray to the Divine Mother. Instead, she had a vision to build the temple on the banks of the Ganges at Dakshineshwar. Rani Roshmani chose mystic Kali Devotee Sri Ram Krishna to be the temple's priest. He attracted many disciples, but there was one reluctant disciple you might want to hear about.
In Detroit, 1894, Swami Vivekananda reminds America, like so many rivers flowing from different mountains, all coming and mingling their waters into the sea, all the different religions, taking their birth from different standpoints of fact, come unto thee. The Sanskrit text of the Upanishad states that all selves are interconnected and part of one truth. The innermost essence of all living beings is the same. The whole world is one truth, one reality, one self. Each soul is non-different from the infinite Dhamma. To be free, knowledge is the key, but virtue must hold the hand of knowledge. 35 years before Narendra Datta, who later became Swami Vivekananda, was born, Rabindranath Tagore, Nobel laureate Rabindranath Tagore's father, along with Ram Mohan Roy, set up the Brahma Samaj in 1828, a community who worshipped Brahman along with the teachings of the Vedanta, where there was no discrimination between caste, creed, or religion. Influenced by the Upanishads and the Gita, their prayers took the form of songs. In 1884, a Bengali lawyer's son in his early 20s, Narendranath, joined the Brahma Samaj and began to study the Vedanta philosophy of the 8th century scholar Adi Shankara, whose wisdom spoke of one infinite reality and the three great gifts of God: the human body, the thirst after God, and the teacher who can show us the light. It would take Narendranath almost another decade before reaching Chicago in 1893. These years turned out to be the vital bridge in reaching his destination. In the early 1880s, Narendranath met Sri Ramakrishna, a mystic and a Hindu priest at the temple of the goddess Kali in Dakshineshwar, whose view was all the religions were different paths to reach one and the same goal. Narendranath's singing would put Ramakrishna into a trance, for in Narendranath he saw divine incarnation. Upon the first meeting at Ramakrishna's request, Narendranath sang, "Let us go back once more, oh mind, to our proper home. Here in this foreign land of earth, why should we wander aimlessly in strangers' skies? These living beings round about and the 5 elements are all strangers to you. None of them are your own. Why do you so forget yourself in love with strangers, foolish mind? Why do you so forget your own?" Unwittingly, Narendranath had found his teacher. Over the course of 5 years, from 1882 to 1886, Narendranath went to Ramakrishna again and again, testing him on questions of faith and rejecting Ramakrishna's basis. But then, some months after his father died in September 1884, a poverty-stricken Narendranath went to pray to the Dakshineshwar Kali for fortune. But instead he could only pray for wisdom, renunciation, and her uninterrupted vision. He tried again and again and again, and the same thing happened. Finally, he surrendered to the goddess Kali and Ramakrishna's vision. After Ramakrishna's death in 1886, Narendranath wrote the Kantana Bhava Bandhana in praise of him and declared, "All that I am, all that the world itself will someday be, is owing to my master, Sri Ramakrishna." On September 11, 1890, Narendranath, now known as Swami Vivekananda, spoke at the first World's Parliament of Religion on the site of the present-day Chicago Art Institute. Bowing to the goddess Saraswati, then spoke with perfect English diction. Narendranath spoke to the gathering as America. Sisters and brothers of America, it fills my heart with joy unspeakable to rise in response to this warm and cordial welcome which you have given us. I am proud to belong to a religion which has taught the world both tolerance and universal acceptance. He filled the audience with awe and hope. We believe not only in universal toleration, but we also accept all religions as true. I am proud to belong to a nation which has sheltered the persecuted and the refugees of all religions and all nations of the earth. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. The whole world is one family.
Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. The whole world is one family. Thank you.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to introduce you to all the participants. in today's program. We have Deepto as our traveller, Simran, also known as Mowry, as our guide, her story, The Boat. Kushi, also known as Prathama, as our historian in her story, Red Thread. Rishita as our student and Italian speaker in her story, The Price. Dithi as our researcher in her story, The Disciple. Indrani's story, The Replica, has been researched by her student, Aria Chakravorty, who has recently moved to Oxford University to pursue her studies in English literature.
Last but not least, a huge round of applause for Subarna, our in-house MC and a really core team member of Indrani Datta Dance. I cannot thank the Puja committee enough for their incredible faith and support as we have grown over the years. This was actually Anandada's brainchild for me to start teaching children. And from there, we have come here today. So a huge round of applause to the Puja committee for always being behind us, silently, actively, near and far. Thank you so much. Without this kind of support, this kind of work is not possible. And last but not least, thank you to you, the most important factor, the audience. Thank you and have a wonderful Puja.
Wonderful performance. সবাইকে অনুরোধ করবো একবার করজোরে হাততালি হয়ে যাওয়ার